Hi and welcome to my channel. So UCAS, which is the UK's colleges and universities admission services, is basically a private company that manages undergraduate and postgraduate education in the UK, and this is for both international students as well as UK students. So they have released official data this week and it's been all over the news regarding admissions to study in the UK. Obviously, as somebody who is very keen on career progression, I've been really looking at those numbers really closely to see what is happening. And there are some really interesting trends when you look at those numbers. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you what those numbers show and what we should be working towards, which is something that I try to emphasize on this channel, and that is talking about apprenticeships. So should you be going to university or should you be doing an apprenticeship? What are the differences? What do you stand to gain? Because when you look at this data, you realize that ethnic minority students are all going towards the universities. And when you look at other ethnicities, for example, they barely have some people in some of those courses at uni, but they are mainly going towards the apprenticeship system. And so I think this shift when it comes to education is something that we need to shift with the world, basically. So many of us are still behind when it comes to how should we be studying, how should we be gaining our skills, how should we gain our knowledge in such a way that we actually make use of the knowledge that we gain and we're able to practically make good use of that knowledge. So that's what I'm going to be talking about, obviously, in today's video. So if you're somebody who you're considering moving to the UK or you're already in the UK, this information is going to be incredibly relevant for you and your circumstances so that you know exactly what is the best way for you to proceed, so that you're not doing what we've done for the years that isn't really working. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate your time. And look, I'm all about implementation. I want you to leave a comment in the comment section. What is your objective right now? Are you in the UK? If so, what are you doing? But what is your ideal scenario? What would you like to do? If you're out of the UK, what is your main objective right now? What are you doing towards achieving that objective? And is there something else that you need guidance with, that you need support with, that you need extra information on? And I'll be able to join you in the comment section and provide some guidance or some information regarding whatever it is that you're currently going through. Because look, 2023, I've called it a year for implementation. It's not time for you to sit back on your dreams, on your goals, gone are the days. It's time for you to really step up, take charge, take responsibility, and make the next best step to move forward, because that's what I'm all about here. Also, check the comment section below. You're going to see a link to my free newsletter. I send information about updates in the UK, free UK visa sponsorship opportunities, so that you're not spending thousands of pounds, you're not getting in debt, you're not getting out of pocket, you're not spending millions in order to get visa sponsorship. But what I'm going to do is make sure that you learn how to do that for yourself, so that you can not only enhance your own skills, but you can be successful without being remorseful. Also, work from home jobs, because look, many of the work from home jobs are very highly paid, and all they need is your problem solving skills. They don't care, have you got a degree, have you not? Again, like I'm saying in this video, gone are the days. Now it's about what can you do, what are you bringing to the table, what do you have to offer. It's not about I've got a PhD here, I've got a master's degree here. For a few jobs, yes, that still matters, but the truth is that for most of the jobs, you don't need all of that to be successful. So I share info about that. Then the good old career progression, which is my all-time favorite. That's what I specialize in. That's really what I'm enthusiastic about. That's what I'm motivated by, because I started my own UK journey working as a carer in a nursing home. I realized I was doing the same thing day in, day out, and I thought, look, I cannot continue like this as a 20-year-old. I need to do more with myself. I then went on to uni to study nursing, graduating with a first-class degree in adult nursing, and after that, within 5 years, graduating in the UK. I was working as an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing position. So I have realized that, look, career progression is the best way for me to work less, earn more, and live a beautiful life in this country. It's not working extra shifts. It doesn't help, because what if you're sick? You don't have time with your kids. You look, there's a lot that is involved. So I have also a private career coaching program where I support with all of this. Again, you can find that in the about section of this channel or the description box. But truth be told, you need to be focusing on career progression so you can get to the top of your career, eventually start your own side business, leave that job, and live a wealthy life. Why not? If other people are doing it, I'm sure that you can. So what is really going on with these university applications. So again, like I've said, if you join my newsletter, which is completely free, it's in the comment section below. I've dropped a link. It won't take you 20 seconds to join. You drop your name and email and you're part of that newsletter. Then obviously I send that info about all the things I've mentioned directly to your inbox. And I need that implementation. So you remember what I said about implementation, right? Yes, that's very good. So let's talk about UK. So what are the numbers saying? As you know, I love numbers because that's real data, that's raw data, that's giving us facts about what is really happening in this country. So like I've said, UCAS has shown that more international students obviously have applied to UK universities than ever before. And the truth about the matter is most of these courses that people have applied for are courses that maybe if like 1 million people study those courses, maybe one person will get a job at the end. I know that many of us come from a place where you study because that's what you like, that's your passion, you know what I mean? But look, this time and age, if you're studying, if you're going to spend your time, I don't even want to talk money, if you want to spend your time studying, you want to make sure that what you're studying is worth it. You want to make sure that what you're studying is going to add value to you, not only physical value as in you've learned more, but you're actually going to make use of it. For example, get a job, get higher pay, better pay, or whatever it is. You need to put it into practice. If you're studying just for the sake of it, and you're studying in a country like the UK, where fees are ridiculously expensive, look, I don't understand what this is about. Because universities have also announced that they are significantly increasing their tuition fees for international students. In fact, a university that last year they were charging £12,000 per year for international students. I was looking the other day, and from next year, as in the next school year, from this September, they are now charging £22,000 for the same course. And that's because, yes, they can. And the truth is, that course is basically 100% international students. And these are African students and Asian students. They are the ones that are in these courses. And I'm going to say, I've done lots of videos on this channel about some of the best courses you can do. I know that I go on, I'm very enthusiastic, by the way, about healthcare, you know what I mean? But it is no coincidence that many of us are into healthcare. If you look at countries like Australia, you look at the US of A, you look at Canada, you look at obviously the UK, you look at New Zealand. When you look in terms of numbers, many people from ethnic minority backgrounds are in healthcare. Again, it's because there are lots of opportunities on there. But for me, I'm not just looking at the basic opportunities. I'm looking at the fact that you get into the room and then you progress in your career. So you get to the top of the ladder. There's no need being stuck in something that you're going to study and get nowhere. You're never going to get a job. So you need to be careful, because people have realized that doing an apprenticeship is the best option. Apprenticeships, it's on the job training. Basically, you're paid for the pleasure of studying. And that's where the world is heading right now. In the UK, for example, the people who are, you know what I mean, in the country, they realize that, look, that's what they should be doing. And that's why you see that, like the, British students, for example, you don't see them going to do, all these degrees, because it's about problem solving skills. And problem solving, let me tell you, you don't get that from university. University degrees, they're not going to teach that. They're teaching theory. If you're doing engineering and you're learning how to put the train together at uni, it's not enough to just read a book about like, oh, if you're building up a train, you need to stick this to that, whatever it is that they stick up. I've got no idea. But if you're doing an apprenticeship, you're actually going to be getting inside of a train. You know what I mean? They're going to give you a train, a proper real life train. You're going to get in, you're going to get your hands dirty, and you're going to get work done. So by the time you're doing the apprenticeship and you're successfully completing the apprenticeship, you know exactly how to put a train together. Look, that's the difference. And that's why 99.9% of people that go to university will not get a job once they complete. There are certain courses that having a university degree is absolutely essential. For example, with undergraduate programs, for example, like nursing, I don't know, whatever course it is, medicine or whatever, there are lots of courses. But when you're looking at further education, you're looking at postgraduate education, that's where you need to be very strategic, especially if you're somebody who wants to remain in the UK. The UK values experience. They value experience, not degrees, not certification, which means, yes, you've got a degree, for example, in computer science, but what have you done? You know what I mean? What's your experience? If you've got no experience, it's like, well, Somebody who's going to college for a year is going to get a job. They will get the job. And the thing is because of that problem solving. You know what I mean? The fact that you've got your hands dirty, you've done the job, you know what it's about. If you're talking about putting a train together, you've seen it, you know how to take one part and you know what I mean? It's a different experience. So what do you think about this? I'm just doing these videos. I'm trying to make sure that we are aware that, look, the world is changing. We cannot continue doing the same thing year in, year out. That isn't working. And generations are repeating the same thing. Oh, you need to go to uni, you need to study this course, you need to do this, you need to do banking. There's all sorts of courses. And it's like, I understand that people need to do those courses. But the thing is, what is the objective? You know what I mean? Ultimately, what are you trying to achieve? But anyway, it is what it is. So what are your thoughts on this? Like I said, are you currently in the UK? Are you out of the UK? What's your main objective? Are you looking at studying or working? Career progression. What are your thoughts? What are your ideas? Again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, like, are you for real? You know what I mean? You don't want to be a stranger on here. Just hit that subscribe button so you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here, like I've committed to do for the whole of this year, which I'm calling the year for implementation. Also, if you haven't joined my free newsletter, check the comment section below. You're going to see a link to join that free newsletter. You drop your name and email and you're part of it. You're also going to see my contacts on there. You can contact me directly and then we get started. I send that info directly to your inbox as and when it does become available. Also, if you need my personalized, tailored, and that individualized guidance, then consider joining my private coaching program, which you're going to find a link on the about section of this channel or the description box below. And then once you join, we get started with who are you? What are you trying to achieve? What's the next best thing for you to do? What else have you done so far? What are your qualifications? What's your experience? Where are you? You know what I mean? All of that. If you're wanting to progress into healthcare in the UK, I also offer that personalized guidance, with what are the next best apprenticeships available? How do you get into those apprenticeships? I've also done lots of videos on this channel about all those different opportunities, just to kind of create awareness, to talk about those things. Because look, I'm currently doing my master's in advanced clinical practice, which is 3 years. I'm in year 3 now. I finish in 2 months' time. And I'm doing that as an apprenticeship. You know what I mean? Which means that I'm being paid a lot of money, actually, for my job. It's very highly paid. And they're also paying my tuition fees and everything as an apprenticeship. Because by the time I finish the course, therefore, I would have had 3 years of experience because I'm actually doing the job that I'm studying. That's how you should aim to study in the UK. I know it's not always possible for everybody to do that, but that should be your objective. And if you don't have that information, find it. There's a lot of information online. Instead of doing other things, you know what I mean, surfing the internet, get useful info. I hope you found this helpful. Watch this other video that I've done that is also going to help you with regards to these apprenticeships, what they are, which ones are the best for you to access. So check out this video here.